Hello viewers, welcome to the video lecture of malloc function. The malloc function is the one of the memory allocation function of dynamic memory allocation. Malloc or memory allocation method in C is used dynamically allocate a single large block of memory with the specified size. It returns a pointer of type void which can be cast into a pointer of any form. Okay, this malloc function which returns a single large block of memory, the return type is void, that is typecasted with the any data type. So syntax: ptr is a pointer variable equal to open and close parenthesis data type star, this is typecasting malloc, and within the parenthesis the byte size is given. Okay, so here the ptr is a pointer variable and the typecasted data type, okay, they should belongs to the same data type followed by malloc function, and you have to enter how many bytes you supposed to allocate. If you give 20 bytes will get allocated. If you give 30 bytes will get allocated. So malloc function throw this 30 byte, okay, and allocate the 30 byte and throw the base address of this allocated memory space. So that is typecasted by using the typecasting operation, and as well as that is get stored in the pointer variable ptr. ptr is the pointer of the data type. malloc function returns a pointer to an area of memory with the size of byte size. Okay, it returns the area, okay, to an area of memory with the size of byte size which is given, okay, within the open and close parenthesis of the malloc function. If the space is insufficient, allocation fails and return null pointer. If the bytes which is requested by the programmer is not available in the free memory, then the malloc function will throw the value null which gets stored in this pointer variable. Okay, so here an example is given. pnt is the pointer variable, typecasting integer star malloc 20. malloc function allocate 20 bytes of memory and return the base address, that is typecasted as an integer star. pnt is an integer pointer variable that should be declared. Okay, so the return base address is stored in the pointer variable pnt. In this declaration 20 bytes are allocated to a pointer variable pnt of type integer, and base address is returns to the pointer pnt. So base address is returned to the pointer pnt. We will do a program for the malloc function using the code block environment. Okay, the code block environment. I am opening a file new empty. I am storing the file name calloc demo c.c. Okay, now I have created a file in the code block environment. I am including hash include stdio.h, the header file for the standard input output function. Then hash include stdlib.h, which contain the prototype for the dynamic memory allocation function for malloc, calloc, realloc and free. I am declaring a variable integer n, comma, I am initializing creating a variable j, the value which is equal to 0, comma, I am declaring a pointer variable that is p. So ask the user printf, okay, enter /n for the new line character, how many numbers you want to enter. So I am getting the range /n. I am storing it in the variable n, scanf %d, comma, ampersand n. Now the number range is stored in the variable n. Now I am allocating a memory. P is my pointer variable, which is equal to, it is an integer type, I am typecasting it as a integer star followed by malloc function. So within this function I am giving how many number of values that is stored in the n. So it is an integer type. So how many bytes we supposed to allocate? If the code blocks compile allocate 4 byte, if the user is given the value 5, 20 bytes should be get allocated. So n into size of integer, if we give it, we will get the appropriate size of the memory which is required. For integer we need 16 bytes, for 5 integer we need 20 bytes. So n into size of, the n is data type is integer, size of int. So size of int is 4 byte in the code block environment. N is the numbers, okay, the range of the numbers. So the range of the numbers into size of integer. If one number, okay, 4 bytes will be reserved, for 2 number 8 byte will be reserved, it is 5, and 20 byte will be reserved, and so on. It will allocate the space and throw the base address of the memory, that is void pointer, that is typecasted by as an integer pointer using integer star and stored it in the integer pointer variable p. Now I am running a program and check any error is there. Okay, so far our program is working perfectly. Now I am checking a condition as discussed. If the requested memory is not available, the malloc function returns the null value. I am checking whether it returns the null value. If p double equal to null, okay, null. So what I am doing, I am printing printf /n insufficient memory. So user should know that the memory is not available. So insufficient memory space. Okay, then /n. Okay. Now I want to terminate the program. To terminate the program, I am giving exit of 0. This will terminate the program. Okay. So next what I am doing, I ask the user, okay, to enter the number one by one. Printf /n enter. Okay, user already described a range. Enter. Okay, percentage d number 1 by 1. Okay, /n comma n. So how many, whatever the numbers are given by the user has to enter the numbers one by one. Okay, now I am running a program to check the syntax. So ask how many numbers, I am giving 5. It asks you enter 5 numbers one by one. So my messages are very clearly communicated to the user. Now I am an important block, I have to store the number in the allocated memory. So for this, what I am doing, I am using this variable j, which value is 0. I am giving while j which is not equal to n. Okay, then scanf percentage d comma the point variable p plus j. So now what will happen, the j's initial value is 0. Okay, so 0, if I am giving a 4 numbers, 0 which is not equal to 5, it will come and enter the base address plus 0. The first value is stored in the base address. Now I am increasing j plus plus, so j will become 1 now. Okay, and we will compare 1 not equal to 5, and the entered value will be okay, the input value will enter in the memory space, okay, plus 1. That means, okay, it will take the next, if memory space is 1000 plus 1, it will leads to 1004. In the next memory location, the second value will get stored. Likewise, the values from 0 to, when j goes from 0 to 4, all the values is stored. Okay, when I'm assuming that n value is 5, j is become 5, it will come out of the loop. Okay, so I am checking that whether my function is working up to this point or my program is working up to the point very well. Okay, I am giving 5 numbers and I ask or I ask the numbers, okay, one by one. I'm entering. I ask the user one by one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the 5 numbers. My input is working perfectly. Now I have to print. Now I have to print printf, 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 printf. Okay, I'm entering printf the numbers, printf the numbers slash n, the numbers entered are, the numbers entered are. Okay, so now I'm writing a loop while I'm initializing again j equal to 0. Okay, while j which is not equal to n, I am printing the number, okay, and by giving printf, okay, printf percentage d comma percentage d comma I'm giving, okay, the value p star of, okay, p plus j, okay, I'm giving a p plus j and I'm giving indirection operator before it. I'm giving indirection operator before it. What it will do, initially j value is 0, okay, it will take the value of base address plus 0 base address value, star will retrieve the element stored in the base address. Now I am incrementing the pointer variable j plus plus. Okay, now what will happen, okay, when j is 0, okay, the value in the memory location p plus 0 will get printed and j plus j is become 1 now. Now p plus 1, the value in the next memory location is get retrieved. So likewise the value from 0 to 4, okay, then j goes from 0 to 4. If I give a 5, all the 5 values will be retrieved, okay, which I gave it as an input. So by using this, I'm allocating dynamic allocation, okay, dynamically in the execution time, allocating for the number of values entered by the user, and I am checking that, okay, the memory is allocated. If the memory is allocated, the p will not be null. Again the execution will come here. I am getting the input one by one, okay, if I incrementing j from 0 to n minus 1, okay, base address plus 1 is the next memory address, then j increase next memory address, likewise all the values are getting stored. Finally, I am again initializing 0 and I am checking j is not equal to n. That means that the loop will go from 0 to, if I am assuming that n is 5, the loop will go from 0 to 4. So base address plus 0, when you give a star, the value stored in the base address get printed. When j is incremented, okay, then what happened, 1 which is not equal to n, then p plus 1, the value in the next memory location of the base address will get printed. When j is become 2 not equal to 1, the base address plus 2, okay, the value stored in the base address from 2, first memory location, second memory location, okay, 0th memory location, first and second memory location will get printed. Likewise all the values are get printed. Now I will run the program and check my result. Okay, now I am running my program. Okay, so totally I am giving 5 numbers. I am entering a value 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. If I give a 5, the value for the 5 memory, okay, look, okay, for the values, integer value 5. So 5 integer value, total 20 bytes of memory is resolved by the compiler. Then I am entering a value. All the values are stored in the appropriate memory location using the pointer variable which point the base address of the memory which is allocated. So after that the value got retrieved. So I am here, I am getting the numbers are 1 to 5. Okay, to print it in the one by one, what I am doing, so I am giving, okay, the printf I am giving, okay, slash n, I am giving slash n. Okay, now we will run the program again and we will check the output. So how many values I am giving? Values are 5. My enter values are, now I am giving 10, 20. Okay, sorry, okay, my input is not correctly given. Okay, now I am running it. I am giving 5 values. I am entering 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Okay, now it is stored. Now my result are get printed. My result are 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50 is printed. So this is the example for the malloc function. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching the video. Those who yet to subscribe my channel, kindly subscribe and use the content. Thank you.